All right, how y'all doing out there? So I got a couple of my friends with
What's
me.
up?
Yeah, what's up? So listen, y'all. I just wanted to take a minute and just say, I really appreciate all my clients, but these two guys are actual rock stars. A couple of months ago, actually it's been about a year, when I first was introduced to the wonderful wife. Ricky came in here and he said, I think I'm gonna do the program again. I think this time my wife might do it. I said, well, that's interesting, because not always do we do this with the wives. And it's like, it's kind of a touchy situation. So we never ever say, hey babe, good idea to go do a weight loss program, we'll get shot, right? So the cool thing was that she came in here and she you really came in with the attitude like, I want to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And could you just tell me just a few both of y'all, tell me your expression, what did you experience through the process? First of all, you thought I was crazy when I first told you that I was gonna get you back to your original size, right? So what did you think about all this craziness?
I thought it wasn't gonna work. I was like, whatever. I mean, I saw it work on Ricky, but I was very, I don't know. I had very, I wasn't sure if it was gonna work on me.
Right.
And at the very beginning, I was not happy. Like
Right.
it took a while.
It
because
took a
I was
little bit.
I was not happy. I was aggravated. It wasn't working. I was doing all this stuff, and I hated it. And then all of a sudden, the pounds started dropping.
Nice.
And then I was like, okay, all right, yeah, that's okay.
Right.
And then I got down, to where I wanted to be, and then I was like, my clothes fit.
I remember that. I remember you came in here and you were like, this is exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember the first thing that I noticed, y'all were doing it as a couple. It's a lot of work, and you're putting in your time, but it was a little frustrating in the beginning. But what I noticed the first thing was that your beautiful face was like appearing, like you transformed before my eyes.
Right.
And I kept telling you, your eyes, I can see
Yeah.
your eyes. I'm like, it's so cool.
Yeah.
And you looked what? Younger.
Yeah.
Younger.
I did, yeah.
How's people's reactions to you? What do they
People
think?
are like, oh my God, you look fantastic. And
Right.
people that I haven't seen in a long time are like, wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's
And Ricky,
really
so what was your experience, both from your perspective and, first of all, how was the diet? How was the program for you?
Oh, it was fantastic. What was it? We were just talking about that. Like 5 years ago, I came and I was grossly overweight, and I think at that time lost 40 something.
I remember that
pounds.
before and after
It was
picture, the
bad.
first one.
Yeah.
How much did you weigh?
I think I weighed like 215.
Yeah.
Oh my
Maybe
goodness!
more than that, actually.
Yeah, and I got
Like
Yeah.
220.
220.
Yeah.
So I got down to like 175 or
Yes.
something
That's
like that. It was
crazy.
crazy. So it kind of overshot it, but but at the time when I started it, of course, I subtly suggested to my wife, and of course made her cry. So then I was kind of like, oh, I'm backing off of that.
I tell my guys, I said, don't ever say that. It's gotta be a decision from within, not from without.
That's right.
So, and because it's too much work.
Yeah.
You'll never get through it without making that decision yourself.
That's right.
So, and what was your experience when she did do it, and when you were doing it with her? How was the household?
It was so much easier because when I was doing it by myself, it was like I was making my own meal, and then
Right.
they were, her and the kids were doing separate meals.
Yes.
So it was literally like cooking 2 meals all the time.
All the time.
So then the second time when she started doing it, I was doing it with her. I mean, it was a lot easier. We were sharing meals. I was able to cook meals and we share it. And then the kids still kind of had their own little thing, but it was a lot easier. Yeah. And then I was able. I mean, she saw the results. I figured when I did it, I was hoping that she would just see what the results for me, and then that would kind of motivate her, lead by example, right?
And the main thing.
But again, it was her decision when she did it.
No,
So
right.
I never pushed her after that.
But also, one of my main thrusts of the reason we do this, we're a wellness clinic, we're not a weight loss clinic. Weight loss just happens to be a huge factor of wellness, and that's the reason we took on this program, and the reason we do everything we do is because my wife saw patients that were getting sick, husbands that were having heart attacks, wives that were getting breast cancer, all these disease processes. And the main things, she went back to school and got her degree in functional medicine, in her master's in nutrition, and then she got a certificate in functional medicine. and she found out that the most important thing she can teach her clients or her patients and what we call our family now, because we've been here for 34 years, is to teach them how to eat. It's the most important thing, and the Ideal Protein program is just a tool that we use. And you know, so what was the cooking and the change and the transformation? Is it what's going on now still?
I look at the sugar content.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Every single time.
That's awesome.
Everything I do, I look at the sugar content.
You become more aware.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Even just like a snack or something. I look if it's got too much sugar. I'm like,
it's a change. Yeah. It's amazing. I picked up a protein bar one time in a health place.
That's the thing.
52 grams of sugar.
All
right, that's crazy. Right, it was the devil. That's what I tell people. I said sugar feeds all your disease processes. So throughout the course of it all, you know, what weight did you get down to originally?
Originally, I think I got, I went way too far. I think I got below 170, but
yeah, I think 180 is a good.
180, 182 is kind of my fighting weight.
And how many pounds did you lose total?
I lost 34.
35. 35 pounds. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. So between the two of y'all, you lost a child, basically.
Pretty much.
Right. Awesome. And what size did you start out? Do you remember?
I started out going into a 14.
Wow.
I was moving into the 14s, and then now I'm back down to between an 8 and a 10.
That's crazy.
Awesome. Yeah.
That's crazy. Awesome. Which is perfect, actually.
Yeah.
You know, perfect for, you know, and how many kids?
3.
I know. That alone right there says it all. So awesome. Well, you know, I just want to thank you guys for taking this time out with me. You know, the main reason I'm doing this is because there's a lot of people, a lot of couples out there that don't believe that they can do it because one or the other, or because it's too hard or costs too much or whatever.
I was very much, you know, like no, and then finally I was like, this is ridiculous. Like looking at myself, I was like, no, I can't do this anymore to myself. And I was like, I'll try it, you know. But I was very discouraged at the very beginning, and then I really got upset, and then I was like, okay. And then all of a sudden, when they started dropping off, I was like,
it's just melting off of you. And bam, is awesome.
Bam.
So if there was one thing you could tell somebody out there that's actually thinking about taking on the challenge of losing the weight, and they've got to lose 30 pounds or 40 pounds or whatever, what would you tell them about the program that you think that would encourage them?
I would say do it. I mean, it changed my life. It got to me where I actually happy with myself, and that makes a huge difference. And then plus, you know, it is hard. It's not an easy thing to do, but it is so worth it.
And just take it a day at a time.
Yes.
You're not going to see immediate results,
no.
but you just stick with the plan, and then once, really, like she said, once it starts coming off, it's like melting off.
It is. Yeah. It is.
And then you get on the scale, and you close, and you get all excited, and then your metabolism, you got more energy, so yeah, it's well worth it. You guys look amazing, and y'all are really an encouragement to me because it makes me enjoy it. It's the reason I tell my wife, I said, this isn't a job, this is what I want to do the rest of my life, because I love watching families make this change, because I realize you get to reach your full potential, and that the kids keep you have y'all on earth as long as possible. Exactly. So that's awesome. Well, thank y'all for joining me today, and everybody out there, if you're thinking about taking a challenge, we're going to get some before and after pictures so y'all can check these two out, and maybe y'all can be my next rock star. So thank y'all for listening. Everybody say, what's up? Bam, what's up?